Well, it is time now for a look at some of our national and international news for this Wednesday morning. First of all, fighting has flared up again in Ukraine in the eastern town of Avdiivka. Both sides blaming the other for starting it. Berlin blaming Kiev for the deteriorating situation, and now other international communities sitting and pointing at Trump and saying, you're the one that pushed this over the edge. Okay. Sally Yates got fired by Trump after she, as the acting attorney general, said, no, you don't have to enforce this, and told her people not to enforce the ban. He got fired. Well, is it truly a Muslim ban? It looks like a number of reputable news sources like The Guardian out of the UK took a look at what it actually does. What it does is it specifically targets 7 Muslim-majority countries and says no immigration. And it does allow for immigration if you are a persecuted minority religion in those 7 Muslim nations. So in other words, if you're not a Muslim, we'll let you in. Sounds like a Muslim ban to me. At any rate, we had reported that Iraq was going to retaliate against the U.S. travel ban. Well, the parliament voted to do so. The president, Abadi, has now said no. So Iraq will not retaliate. Meanwhile, here in the United States, Paul Ryan is urging his fellow Republicans to get behind the travel ban. In the UK, as you know, Trump is planning an official state visit. Now it's up to 1.6 million people that have signed the petition saying don't let him in the country. This has put the Queen in a bit of a difficult situation, as now she's being asked to visit with somebody that it's not normal. Did you know it's actually unprecedented for a U.S. president to be invited for an official state visit in their first year in office? Something I didn't know. The head of the Russian intelligence has been arrested for giving information to the CIA. Wow. Also, it's all-out war in the U.S. between the Democrats and the Republicans, as a number of Democratic senators have boycotted committee hearings for the Trump cabinet picks in order to prevent crucial votes, because you have to have at least one Democrat there in the room, and there were none. They've been branded idiots by some angry Republicans. Those missile tests reported on when did they happen? On Sunday in Iran. Well, Iran has now come forward and said they are not in violation of anything because they weren't equipped with nuclear warheads. Good thing, too. The Trump Supreme Court nomination has been criticized because of the way he turned it into a reality TV final by ordering the final 2 to come to Washington and then announcing the winner during prime time. Also, all eyes on Russia right now. They have no intention of cutting their budget spending on the defense sector, in case you were wondering. Trump's pick for education has been accused of plagiarizing answers on her questionnaire for their confirmation hearing, including one that she apparently lifted right out from an Obama administration official. Hey, have her in charge of education and then tell the kids no plagiarism. That'd work well. You heard about the cyber security executive order. This was the next one that was planned by Donald Trump that would have basically given the Pentagon a bigger role in civilian cybersecurity. A lot of chatter about that, and then abruptly Trump said he's going to postpone it. Also, Republicans here in the U.S. have moved to sell off 3.3 million acres of national land, which has sparked some rallies. And, of course, some people, like in Alaska, quite excited about getting a hold of some of that land that has been held against the promises of statehood. Well, other people are upset that the United States would be giving away its land. How does a country own land in the first place? We'll discuss that at some point in the future. Also, how to get free land in Russia. Apparently, if you're willing to go to the Far East, land which is very similar to here in Alaska, you can actually get free land there from the Russian government. Anyway, that's what we've got for today. My commentary has to do with this issue of licenses and how it is that the government, any government, the state, any person has the right to come forward and say, no, you two can't get married unless you get the specific permission from the state to do so. I'll tell you a personal story about that, part of my commentary today. And if you like what I'm doing, please support me either through a direct subscription at radiofreespeech.com or by becoming a patron at Patreon. Thank you very much.